Good to have you back. Now, this next stunt is going to require skill, delicacy, and, inertia. I'll give you the stunt vehicle now so you can get the hang of it. Just don't put too many scratches on it, yeah? We want it nice and shiny for the shoot when we get there.
Another jump. Still the same movie somehow. Apparently they tried to do this one with computers and it just looked rubbish. So you're gonna do it for real. Right, this is the place. This is a tricky one, a jump across a river.
Forget about the river, forget about the rocks. You just worry about your speed and the ramp. I'd say you'd need at least 100 miles per hour to reach the far side. When car jumps go wrong, they hurt. Trust me. But we've stiffened the suspension and there's a solid 5 point in there. We've done all we can for you. Best of luck, kid.
Let's do it. Scene 67. Waterfall jump. Action! Fast and flat and level, kid. You can do this. And cut! You alright, kid? Of course you're alright. Why wouldn't you be alright? Wasn't worried about you for a second.
All right, it's time. I have a supposedly impassable muddy spring road, a team of motocross riders, and an urgent need to see what you make of this. Meet me at the start line.
Yes! Just checking the data here on my laptop. Looks like, yep, that was more than crazy enough.
good, right? I've seen you drive. Are you better than, let's say, a dirt bike? Okay, but are you better than 4 dirt bikes? Alright guys, this'll be easy. Just don't miss the checkpoints and let's go.
Did we just lose yellow? Coming up on the quarry.
Woohoo! Hey Blue, thread the needle with me. Red's down!
Looks like I'm the only one left.
Don't worry about it. If I tell these guys to run it again, they'll be overjoyed.
Tonight, the Stig drives some very fast farm equipment, I hail a taxi, and finishing with something that I'm reliably informed is a bit of a fan favourite around here. I'm Chris Harris, and this is the Top Gear Horizon Special. Ah yes, the Stig, our very own UFO, unidentified fast object, the world's least obedient racing driver. Right then, the Lotus Elise, a 90s classic based on the age-old roadster recipe. 2 seats, engine in the middle, rear-wheel drive. Not an ounce of fat. This is what driving is all about. A serious slide there. Loving your work, Stiggy. But this isn't just any Elise, it's a Sport 190, a tuned-up, stripped-out Elise for track days. Even the passenger seat is an optional extra. But who needs friends anyway? Friends are expensive and heavy. It weighs well under 700 kilos and makes 190 horsepower from its 1.8-litre engine, which revs to 8,000 RPM. Just listen to that. Completely sideways now, making it look easy too. And of course, because it's a Lotus, it sticks to the famous philosophy of the man who founded the company, Colin Chapman. Simplify, then add lightness, he said. The Sport 190 also adds a 4-roll cage, just in case. That's it, the honourable art of drifting. Made it! Was there ever any doubt? The Series 1 Elise is, after all, one of the best handling cars ever made. The Sport 190 is its hardcore cousin, a road-going racer you can drive to work, and across fields, it turns out. But if it's true agricultural transport you're after, we have just the thing. Ooh, a BMW 1M. Great car. Hang on, that's my BMW 1M. Seriously? Not funny. Who gave Stig the keys? I mean, I literally just cleaned it. Now it's going to smell of onions. Odour Stig. Well, this isn't stressful to watch. Not at all. 3-litre straight 6, 335 horsepower, 2 turbos, and as much sideways action as you like. That's the last time we leave Stig unattended. Am I the only one who remembers Budapest? Does 0 to 60 in 4.8 seconds. My 1M. Stig's way beyond that now. Look at the smoke! please leave me some tread for the drive home, Stiggy? Seriously, come on. It's electronically restrained to 155 miles an hour, but it could definitely go quicker. It's a BMW, so of course it's rear-wheel drive. 50-50 weight distribution too. It's a natural-born drifter. One of the best BMWs ever made, this. Born to be driven by me. Got to admit, though, Stig does kind of suit it. There now. Oh, what a shame. I was really getting into that. Just park it up now, Stig, and mind the curbs. Now, anyone else want to go? No? Don't say I didn't ask. Right. Back to the actual script now, if you don't mind. This is Top Gear's Tractor. It's a tractor, obviously, but with a 5.7-litre Chevy V8 making 500 horsepower. And here comes the Stig again. Farm Stig. Born in a barn, they say, weaned by pigs, can plough a field in under 6 seconds. There's a speed camera on the M68. Rumour has it, it only flashes above 87.2 miles an hour. Our tractor has been officially clocked at 87.2 miles an hour, making it the world's fastest tractor. But I reckon it'll go even faster. Steady on, Stig. Those are 54-inch mud tyres, remember? They get a bit squishy through the corners. Nobody needs to get the harvest in that quickly. Right, here comes the speed camera. Hope they put some film in it. Whoa! Have you ever seen anything like it? That's a new tractor speed record and some impressively fast farming. If you want to spread slurry in a hurry, you know what you need. Now, though, it's time to hail a ride in something completely different. called a cab earlier. Local company, Aisha's Taxis. Excellent service. Got me here in no time. Unsurprising, really. I mean, look at what turned up. Hands down the quickest cab I've ever been in. Which got me thinking, how fast could this thing actually go? So I had a word with Aisha. Asked if we could borrow her cab for a trip to the seaside. To Bamborough Beach, in fact, where we could stretch the taxi's legs a bit. Although, I might have forgotten to tell her who'd be driving. You've guessed it. The cabbie who'll always get you to your destination very early, but probably won't be anywhere near where you asked to go. Those tyres must be warm now. Surprised they're still in one piece, to be honest. Oh, yes. Spot on. Lightning reactions, quick hands. Now that's what I call a cab. No clattery diesel engine here. This has a V12 with over 750 horsepower, plus bucket seats. Beaded bucket seats, presumably. From now on, I say all cabs should have wide bodies and flared arches. Think about it. More stability, more speed, more downforce, more room for your terrified passengers. Even has slick tyres for maximum grip on a bone-dry drag strip. So they should be interesting when we hit the beach. From the stick there, I'd say we're nicely warmed up for the space, nothing to hit. Sounds easy, right? Oh, look at that! Laying some pretty squirmy tracks there, Stiggy. That's what happens with 750 horsepower on sand. But that's the challenge here. Go as fast as possible all the way to the top of the beach. The thing is, there's something I haven't told the Stig. speed record rules say you must do 2 runs, 1 in each direction, before the clock runs out. Which means, Stiggy, pulling off the world's swiftest U-turn, which of course is when the handbrake comes in handy. A 5-star ride from the Stig there. Minicab, maximum speed. Next time I need a ride to the airport, I know who I'm calling. And all of this off-road action has given me an idea. This is Project EAT. That's EAT for E-Class All-Terrain. It's a modified Merc built by the Top Gear magazine team for finding bears in the woods. Not many bears around here, though. Mostly badgers. Still, there's definitely some terrain. Lots of it. All you need is a good sense of direction. Or not. Here's Stig again, looking lost. Terrified of maps, apparently. Inner compass points directly south. The EAT has a silky smooth V6 diesel. It'll do 155 miles an hour on the road, but where we're going, we won't need roads. First up, it's a trip to the top of Glen Rannoch, by any means necessary, and against the clock, naturally. But don't worry, it has knobbly tyres, and a roof rack for carrying extra knobbly tyres. Who says you need an SUV to go off-road? The EAT has 4-wheel drive and air suspension to smooth out lumps and bumps and everyday obstacles. Ancient burial mounds, for example. It also has 340 horsepower, more torque than a cruise ship, and gets to 60 miles an hour in just over 5 seconds. time to head way over there, to the very top of Arthur's Seat. But first, what goes up must come down. It's full of home comforts, the EAT. Charges for almost anything you can charge. Cozy ambient lighting, even a portable espresso machine. Everything the intrepid explorer could ever need. That's a four-wheel drive car on mud tyres, completely sideways. You'd do well in rallying with skills like that. Top draw drifting, I reckon. All right, all this adventure kit's had a tiny effect on the fuel efficiency. Good job the roof rack holds 2 cans of diesel, and there's another one in the back. Just don't confuse them with your drinking water. Take as long as you like. I've got nothing else to do. The EAT has a silky smooth V6 diesel. It'll do 155 miles an hour on the road, but where we're going, we won't need roads. First up, it's a trip to the top of Glen Rannoch, by any means necessary, and against the clock, naturally. But don't worry, it has knobbly tyres, and a roof rack for carrying extra knobbly tyres. That's a four-wheel drive car on mud tyres, completely sideways. You'd do well in rallying with skills like that. Top draw drifting, I reckon. Who says you need an SUV to go off-road? The EAT has four-wheel drive and air suspension to smooth out lumps and bumps and everyday obstacles. Ancient burial mounds, for example. Well, it is a Mercedes wagon, so it's tough. And if you really want to smash stuff up, there's even a pickaxe in the back. It also has 340 horsepower, more torque than a cruise ship, and gets to 60 miles an hour in just over 5 seconds. That's some proper hang time. Actual air suspension. Now it's time to head way over there, to the very top of Arthur's Seat. But first, what goes up must come down. It's full of home comforts, the EAT. Charges for almost anything you can charge. Cozy ambient lighting, even a portable espresso machine. Everything the intrepid explorer could ever need. The EAT has a silky smooth V6 diesel. It'll do 155 miles an hour on the road, but where we're going, we won't need roads. First up, it's a trip to the top of Glen Rannoch, by any means necessary, and against the clock, naturally. But don't worry, it has knobbly tyres, and a roof rack for carrying extra knobbly tyres. Well, it is a Mercedes wagon, so it's tough. And if you really want to smash stuff up, there's even a pickaxe in the back. Who says you need an SUV to go off-road? The EAT has four-wheel drive and air suspension to smooth out lumps and bumps and everyday obstacles. Ancient burial mounds, for example. Some proper hang time. Actual air suspension. also has 340 horsepower, more torque than a cruise ship, and gets to 60 miles an hour in just over 5 seconds. Now it's time to head way over there, to the very top of Arthur's Seat. But first, what goes up must come down. It's full of home comforts, the EAT. Chargers for almost anything you can charge. Cozy ambient lighting. Even a portable espresso machine. Everything the intrepid explorer could ever need. Alright, all this adventure kit's had a tiny effect on the fuel efficiency. Good job the roof rack holds 2 cans of diesel, and there's another one in the back. Just don't confuse them with your drinking water. On to the final stretch now. Just the small matter of getting up Arthur's Seat. The clock's ticking, so better step on it, Stiggy. That's a 4-wheel drive car on mud tyres, completely sideways. You'd do well in rallying with skills like that. Top draw drifting, I reckon. We go. The top of Arthur's Seat. No idea who Arthur is, by the way, or why his seat's so big. Nice view, though. Shame there's no time to stick around. Now, I said we'd be driving some British classics, and you don't get more British than a car built in Birmingham designed by a man from Greece. Anyway, here it is, an original Mini Cooper S, an icon of 60s engineering. It was designed for cities, but this is the wide-body one, so we're going to need a bit more room. And I know just the place. Ready, Stick? The Mini is cleverly packaged, capable of carrying 4 people and their luggage. Hand luggage, presumably. The Cooper S was the car to beat on the famous Monte Carlo rally. It pretty much wiped the floor with the competition. The Cooper S was developed by a bloke called John Cooper, who also built F1 cars, so it had real racing pedigree. And it wasn't just Monte Carlo either. The British Saloon Car Championship, the Thousand Lakes Rally, even the Australian Touring Car Championship. Almost any time the Mini turned up, it won. Here we are! Told you it was spacious. We've got everything we need here. An airfield, the original rapid runabout, and the Stig. I'm looking forward to this. Look at that! Laying down some rubber there. Not that it has much to lay. After all, tiny wheels mean tiny tyres. This little Mini punches well above its weight. It's literally unstoppable. Forget rallying, this thing was made for demolition derbies. Now that's just showing off. What is it with Minis and shipping containers? They sold nearly 5.5 million Minis, but only this one could fly, apparently. Lovely work there. Short wheelbase, front wheel drive. It's really not an easy car to slide, this. Good work. It might be Mini on the outside, but it's Maxi on the inside. Want to guess the world record for the most people crammed inside one? I'll tell you. It's 27. Gymnasts. No idea if they all came out in one piece. Yes, that's what the Mini's all about. No wonder it was pretty much unbeatable. Maybe that's why its basic design lasted for over 40 years. laying down some rubber there. Not that it has much to lay. After all, tiny wheels mean tiny tyres. Yes, that's what the Mini's all about. No wonder it was pretty much unbeatable. Maybe that's why its basic design lasted for over 40 years. They sold nearly 5.5 million Minis, but only this one could fly, apparently. See, the Mini wasn't just designed for nipping around town. It was also a proper racer and won the British Saloon Car Championship a whopping 5 times. Now that's just showing off. What is it with Minis and shipping containers? All right, someone tell the Stig we're done now. It's time for a spot of sightseeing. Here we are then, Edinburgh, where it's time for a spot of turbocharged tourism with this, the mighty Porsche GT2 RS. All we need now is our tour guide, Muck Stig, the world's worst Scotsman, allergic to tartan, absolutely petrified of bagpipes, also I've heard. Right, let's see if we can visit every bell tower in Edinburgh and get back here before they all stop ringing. What a car this is. 3.8-litre flat-six, 2-turbos, 700 horsepower, all wrapped up in carbon fibre with wings, stripes, holes and vents for snorting in the air. Nippy little thing, isn't it? 0 to 60 takes 2.7 seconds. Just the job for a bit of speedy sightseeing. Excellent hooliganry. That's what 700 horsepower and rear-wheel drive will do for you if you have the guts for it. And an effective laundry detergent. It might be street legal, but it's only a pair of fireproof underpants away from being a full-blown racing car. It's a real masterpiece of engineering, this GT2 RS. The wheels are made from magnesium, the exhaust is titanium. It's exotic, savage, and utterly bonkers. I love it! It's limited to 211 miles an hour. Any faster and it would need special tyres. But with the stick behind the wheel, who knows? Inch perfect there. It's wider than a regular 911, this GT2, and about 20 times more terrifying. Basically, the perfect device for nipping in and out of city traffic. Into the final stretch now. Note to stick. Remember to park properly at the end. And watch out for traffic wardens. Work. Hard on those carbon ceramic brakes now. They could stop a locomotive dead in its tracks.
Cleaning it up like a busboy, but you can find me in a Benz